afternoon, and Kayla and I are just arriving at Barrington Tops National Park / State Forest for the weekend. Now, something a little bit different this time. We have a trailer behind us. So I've got one of the Drifta DOT trailers behind us. We just picked it up back in Gloucester. You can hire them for the weekend, so they've got a couple different trailers there you can hire. And I've never taken a trailer away camping before, so I wanted to give it a go and see what it's like. Barrington Tops is one of our favourite places to go, not too far from home, and we got a, looks like it should be a pretty nice weekend, so keen to get up here and explore the area a bit. First little obstacle done there. I'm definitely a little bit nervous. I've never towed a trailer off-road before. In fact, I've never towed a trailer in my life. So this is my first ever day towing a trailer and taking it off-road. So I've pretty much got no idea what I'm doing. We just started off, we're taking a turn off the main Barrington Forest Road onto Dilgary Circuit. Now, I've just taken a little track off Dilgary Circuit. I've done it quite a few times before. It's nothing too hard, it's only short, so figured I'd give it a bit of a go to, you know, see how I go with a trailer on a small little track. I may have forgot to mention to Luke that I've never towed a trailer in my life, so he may or may not get his trailer back in one piece. This is the first time I've been camping since I got back from Tassie about 6 7 weeks ago, and it's so nice to be back out the bush. It's absolutely beautiful up here in the Barrington. It's kind of like New South Wales version of the high country. This is stop number 1. It's not far off Dilgary Circuit. Uniquely shaped rock out in the middle of the bush. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's big.
But you can't wait to show the girls that one. Yeah, as I said, I've never towed any other trailers. This is my first ever one, so I'm not really going to be able to compare it to any other trailer, but I can definitely give feedback on the first time towing a trailer off-road. Now, so far it's doing better than I thought. I was definitely worried about turning down any full drive tracks of how I was going to go, but the car doesn't struggle like I thought it would. You still seem to be able to crawl things and cruise all right. You can feel it, definitely notice it a bit on obstacles through the mud and up little hills and that.
Now we're getting one.
Yeah. Are you gonna buy us one? I've only ever slept in swags my whole camping life, other than when I was a kid, maybe tents. But the last several years of camping, it's been swag only. So it'll definitely be an experience to have a trailer with a bed and everything else, and Kayla will probably never ever sleep in a swag again after this weekend. It's already coming up 5 o'clock, so the plan is to sort of head to camp. We didn't get too much in this afternoon. We saw uniquely shaped rock and hit up that little 4-drive track. And now we're on Barrington Trail, heading to a little camp spot I know of out the back of Barrington. Such a beautiful area out here, and it's really still and peaceful this afternoon. Generally the tracks out Barrington are nothing too hard. That's why I sort of brought the trailer up here, because, you know, I don't want to be tearing up tracks that are hard with a big trailer. You know, just want to take it easy and cruise this weekend. A little bit of forward driving and a bit of exploring and camping. The hardest track I know of in Barrington, and I've explored this area pretty well, I do know it pretty well, is Bullridge Road. That's the hardest track I know of. That's the one where Dad blew his diff up on. That's the one. That is a serious track, but other than that, most of the trails out here aren't too bad. Found a awesome spot to ourselves here out in the middle of the bush. Luke actually told us about this spot, but there's heaps of spots out here everywhere. So the thing is with Barrington Tops is there is all the like main campgrounds through the national park, but then if you go explore all the side tracks and trails, there's just heaps of camp spots out to yourself as well. Such a spectacular area. Now we're going to try and sail this trail for the first time. I think it's all pretty straightforward, but never done it before. We've just got to unclip that out of the way, which is the shower tent. And it's just latch, and up. Down out of the way. That's all you're in there. Do pop it up, but you just got to put this up with 3 poles. That one, this one, and then this somehow. Did I do it? And that's it, set up. And then it does also have poles inside it to prop it up if you need to. But they said it's pretty good, like it doesn't fall down, but if you want to feel a bit safe, you can prop it up inside with the poles. How is it in there?
Wow. It's so nice.
Way better than the swag.
So much better.
Is the mattress comfy?
So comfy.
Heaps more than the swag?
Huh?
Heaps more
Oh
comfy.
my god, yes.
Is it like so it's like a home bed?
Yeah, feels like my bed.
You want to give us a quick tour?
Yep. These are the windows.
Yep, which have got fly screens or open
Fly
right up.
screens or open right up. Pockets. Pocket lights for reading. Fan.
A light behind the fan.
Another pocket. Oh yep, this light which is orange, or you can have white and orange or just white. Another window up there.
Amazing.
Yep.
So you're off to bed.
And so a little nap.
I'll go get the fire going.
Okay.
In this middle bit here, you just kind of got 2 storage sides. Grab my fire pit out. Open up the other side, and I think they got some tables and chairs and stuff in here for you to use. Get this fire going. Such an awesome spot here to settle in for the night. Barely a puff of wind. Beautiful skies. Haven't seen anyone else in this whole vicinity. Got the whole place to ourselves for kilometers. This is kind of a full kitchen set out at the back here. You got like a fridge, cooker, drawers, table, more drawers here for more all your kitchen gear. So it looks like this whole thing's run by Red Arc Gear. So pretty much you got a whole variety of lights throughout the whole thing. You can turn lights on and off. You got your 12 volt system, you got some outlets, you can turn your water on and off. It's got airbags in the back, so you can turn the airbags on and off and level the trailer out if you want to. And then the 12 volt system is obviously charged by the solar panels on the roof. And then it's also got a DC charger in it, which charges the whole setup as you drive. This sunset is so nice this afternoon. The sky's just really lighting up with colours.
We got to camp pretty late. We're just gonna do toasted sandwiches on the Jaffle iron tonight, and just like easy toasted sandwiches. So just cheese, avocado, and baked beans. I think that's it. Oh, and Tyler's having an egg on his. Egg down first. Definitely works better.
Egg, avocado, baked beans, and cheese on top.
Mm. I wanted it burnt.
It's a little bit burnt.
fry pan.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
You gotta say, brekie's ready.
Brekie's ready. You tell me there'd be no flies. Okay.
You ending up there.
Joke. It's a joke.
Mm.
I just always take it too far.
Yeah.
There's not flies up here though.
We've woken up to absolutely perfect weather today. Not a cloud in the sky. There's a slight little breeze, but not much at all. They were saying it's meant to possibly come in with showers later this afternoon, but it's definitely not looking anything like that yet. Just had a bit of brekkie. Awesome night's sleep in the trailer, in the rooftop tent up there. So comfy. Just going to pack everything up now and then head out on the tracks and go do some exploring today and see what we can find. How did you enjoy the first night in the trailer?
I've never gone in a swag again.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's like, how can you have instant coffee again after you've had barista coffee?
I don't know, I don't drink coffee.
You'd only do it in
So I can't use that example.
You'd only do it in like absolute desperate times when there was no other option.
Mm.
Now there is an option.
So now we have to get a camper trailer or a rooftop tent. Yeah, cool.
Or I just find a new boyfriend with one.
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
It packs up quicker than the swag. We're on this track on the way out of camp now. We're nearly back out of it at the main road. There's a bit of a obstacle course here of trees. Now someone's already chopped it all up but hasn't got it off. Someone's made a bit of a track around, but I don't think I'd fit around the trailer. Plus you're better off clearing things along the main track if you can and sticking to the main track, because going around and making new tracks everywhere is what gets these, one of the reasons places end up getting closed is, you know, more and more of the bush gets destroyed. I don't know why someone's chopped all this up but then hasn't moved it. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Like you hit it, yeah.
The trailer's knocked off. We just had to take a track around a tree then, because that was a monster tree and no way was I going to be able to clear it. It's a pretty well used track around it, but Definitely becomes more interesting on those tight tracks where you got to squeeze in between trees of the trailer, because the trailer will follow kind of your tracks with a bit of turning and that, but when you got that sharp turning, that's when it starts to like cut in a bit, and so you got to try and hold with that bit wider, which I'm learning how to do, and it's definitely a little bit challenging. But we're on Carter's Trail now, kind of still out the back of Barrington, out in the western end of it. Quite a nice drive out through here, nothing too hard, but good little challenge, I guess, of the trailer navigating through the track that's a bit tight in places. Last time we came through here, there was just flowers everywhere, so Kayla was keen to come see all the flowers, but there's none here this time. I think it's maybe a slightly different time of year. I think we're a bit late for them. Plus, I don't know if that big drought affected them, and then all the rain. I don't know, the weather's kind of been all over the place the last few months. Came off that Carter's Trail, and we're just on our way down to the WATERGAUGE camping spot, I'm pretty sure it's called. It's the WATERGAUGE Trail. We're nearly down the bottom now. Made a bit of a mud hole here now. There's tracks around it both sides, but they both look like a good way to jam the trailer somewhere, so I might just have to plough my way through the middle one. It's a bit sticky in there. Might have to give it a little bit. Made down to this WATERGAUGE campground, pretty sure it's called. It's not really like a marked campground, but yeah, you got heaps of nice spots down here along the edge of the river. No one else down here. Just gonna relax here and take it in for a while, and then not sure what we'll do after yet. The clouds are starting to move in, so I'd say it will rain a little bit later on. Started to rain while we're having lunch then, but yeah, packed up, head out of here. It's about 1:30. Now this, not too bad, because it's raining. There's like red clay out here. It's not that steep, but I don't know if the trailer is going to slip and slide around a bit. Shouldn't be too much of a drama. Come to check out what I probably think's the best waterfall in the Barrington. See it out behind me there now. We've had a heap of rain recently, so it's really flowing. This rain's coming down, so we're trying to stay dry and warm here in our coats and rain jackets. We're going to make the walk out to the waterfall now. It's really flowing today. I've never seen it like this before. I've never been up here when it's been so much rain in recent time. This river's raging and that waterfall's coming down hard. It's getting pretty wet out here. Yeah. We made our way from the waterfall back to Barrington Trail. Now there's like multiple Barrington trails in Barrington Tops National Park. Well, they'll kind of all follow each other but cut across different sections of the park. So the main Barrington Tops Forest Road sort of runs one way through the park, and then Barrington Trail pretty much comes straight across the other way We're on the eastern side of the main road now on Barrington Trail, heading out to Little Murray Campground, I think it's called. This track goes all the way through to Junction Pools where it meets a dead end, but to me it's not worth it heading all the way out there because it's a nice spot on the river, but it's just so slow. Such a long, rocky, rough drive out there. But you can just do the first probably 1/3 of it to this campground that we love. Big open paddock. Then there's normally horses when you're there as well, which is cool. So yeah, we just kind of cruise along this. We get to camp nice and early today, around 4 o'clock or so. Yeah, it's a bit rough. So if you go all the way to Junction Pools, it's like this the whole way. It's like 10-12 kilometers each way, whereas just to get to the Murray campground's only 3 or maybe 4, 3 or 4 each way. We have arrived at Little Murray Campground. We got the whole place to ourselves here, no one else, but I don't know, people may come in. There is horses as well. Kayla's just gone over there to have a look at them now. They're next to us and we drove in. Now this is a paid national parks campground, but there's a sign up on the thing saying it's out of order. Looks like the box is missing, so I guess we get a free camp tonight. It's very cold at the moment and it's kind of fine misty rain. You're up very high here. Set this trailer up, get the fire going. We didn't set it up last night as the weather was good. We didn't need to. The trailer's got one of those big 270-degree wraparound awnings on, and it is raining, so we better set it up. Now the trailer does have an iPad in there with instructional videos on how to do things with it. It has a video on how to set up the awning, but I think I'll just make it up. See how I go. If I get stuck, then I might need to look at the video on the iPad. I'm stuck. That's it. She's done. Got this awning all set up. I think we kind of did it right, pretty close to. Might need a bit of practice on that one. Got a kitchen here. Also found in the trailer this little extra bench top here, so you got even more bench space. I was kind of waiting for this rain to stop to light the fire. The sun's kind of in and out, but it's still raining. It's just like light mist, constant rain. We set up a couple of these side walls as well because the rain was just blowing in the side. You got side walls for the whole thing all the way around, but we just put 2 up. Couldn't really bother doing them all, but we got a nice little shelter in here under now. In here under now. Under here now.
In here.
In here now. Under.
Under here, in now.
Kayla's going to start cooking up a curry for dinner in a minute. I'm going to film that as a different video, as a little cooking with Kayla video, rather than in this main Barrington video, because I know not everyone likes cooking, so that way I can do it in a separate little video. Woke up to a very wet, cold and rainy day today. We were very thankful we had that camper trailer last night with a rooftop tent and that big awning and the sidewalls. Now we're just doing Horse Swamp Trail. It's only a short little track. I've done it a couple of times before, only maybe kilometre and a half through to the waterfall up here, which is POLBLUE Falls, I think it is. Now my thoughts on towing a trailer for the first time off-road, you definitely get used to it. Kind of mixes things up a bit, gives you a little bit of a challenge, a bit more interesting. It's not too bad, it's not too hard. I think the biggest thing you got to be careful of is just sticking a bit wider when you're doing like hard turns, and reversing's a nightmare. I'm gonna have to practice how to reverse because I don't know how to do that very well. So if you're like coming to an obstacle or something where you have to turn around or reverse back, then it's not good. Now there's two mud holes. I've chosen the one that's a bit longer but easier, I think. The other one's a bit deeper and just kind of falls in a hole there. There is a track around, but it looks pretty painful with the trailer, so better off just going through. A little bit sticky and slushy in there, but shouldn't be too bad. I'll go rear lock around second gear to give it a bit of power to make sure I give myself every chance. I'm sure I'll get through it fine, but mud holes, you're just never quite sure. Okay. So that didn't go very well. Okay, well I'm gonna have to pull us out of that. I think it's sitting just by our door, isn't it?
I don't know.
Have a no, don't, I was gonna say don't open your door. I better be a bit quick here. Yuck! Oh, a little bit of excitement.
Oh, I'll just go straight through the middle.
Oh, classic. I didn't think it'd be that bad. Oh, as I said, you never know with mud holes. That didn't exactly go to plan, and I'm quite muddy now, but that's a good thing about a trailer. We got a hot water shower on board, so I may as well use it to wash all this mud off me. We just took the gas on, cold water in, and then hot water out.
Lucky we didn't take the truck around the mud hole.
Yeah, everything's good.
Didn't you say that if there's a track around a mud hole, it's usually for a reason?
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem that bad. Made it to our last little stop of the day, POLBLUE Falls. So many nice waterfalls out Barrington. There's just heaps out here everywhere. Start making a drive out of here now, have a bit of lunch somewhere along the way, and then head back to Gloucester to drop this trailer off.
Oh.
Woken up. No, me mustn't. We've woken up to absolutely perfect weather here today. Not a cloud in the sky, but they were saying possibly. Is it cold?
Ah, feels nice. Like my feet hurt.
But it's just I got my shoes on, so.
Like my feet actually hurt. That's such a weird feeling. Oh.
The creeks in Barrington never seem to get warm. Even in the middle of summer, they're like ice.
It doesn't like cooking.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Lots of people want to watch like a camping and full driving show, but they don't want to watch like a 10-minute cooking thing.
What, they don't eat? They don't need to eat when they're camping?
Well, I don't know, people just don't really care. Well, what, you want to put in the main one?
No, I'm just saying, like, who doesn't like cooking? Like, what
Well,
people who don't eat
I've had
food?
Well, I've had plenty of people comment before, even when I've done little cooking segments, and be like, I'd rather if you left the cooking out.
Right.
Cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
What's your thoughts on having the trailer?
Tell them how we got stuck in between two trees.
Yeah, we got stuck in between two trees. I didn't actually film that. On a tight track, we got jammed in between two trees, where basically the car and trailer slipped in, and the tree was sort of right where the drawbar is, or whatever you call it, and the trailer was on one side and the car was on the other, and I couldn't really go backwards or forwards. Thought we were going to have to unhitch the trailer, but I managed to do about a 30-point turn and slowly inch the car and the trailer away from the tree and get ourselves out of there. That was a little bit stressful, but we got there in the end. I thought I was going to have to unhitch the trailer and on the middle of this track and try and winch it out of the way and then rehook it up. We got there.
And also stressful because of the ant.
Yeah, Kayla got an ant on her, and that's what she was most concerned about.
And you weren't concerned at all?
No, I was more concerned about the car and trailer. And you weren't. You were just like, oh, I stink.
I was concerned about the ant smell.
I got an ant on me.
I stink.